Here we
three.
go.
Got it.
All right, we're
Week
in.
3. Pick'ems from Neighborhood Picks.
Yes, sir.
Noochie,
Yes,
my
sir.
boy, special guest, Patty Pucks.
The neighborhood. There goes the neighborhood.
There goes the neighborhood.
Oh, shit.
Started off with the Thursday night,
Okay.
the Poop Bowl. We got the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Browns are the home 4-point favorite. The under is 38.5.
Oh.
So I want to know what you're thinking about the game.
Okay.
What your thoughts are.
Right. Well, I got the Monday paper with me. We're gonna do this every week, like towards the end of the week. It's only Thursday, and if we end up catching the pick'ems on a Friday, we could really get a good perception of the middles. This line on Monday was 3.5. You're saying it's 4 now?
4.
So the money's slightly going towards the Browns, and I think it's the biggest trap game ever. I think Pittsburgh's gonna play them tough tonight. Give me the 4 points in Pittsburgh because that's just how the league's going, and I don't see a big difference. And I think the Steelers are going to play them tough. So I'm circling Pittsburgh.
I think I'm on the same vibe as you. I think that Pittsburgh's going to play them tough. It's a divisional game. The game actually means a lot. It's for first place in the division.
First place game.
I trust Mike Tomlin. I trust that defense. I mean, in Mitch, I guess we believe. I'm with you. Give me Pittsburgh in the 4 in that.
Okay, so we got the Steelers. All right, we'll go down the line. This is more of a rapid fire pick show. So you give me the next one, I'll give you my thoughts, and then you go off me.
All right, and we're gonna move to 1 o'clock. Okay. Then we're gonna start it off, and this is gonna be a tough one, man. We got the Chiefs going to Indianapolis. The Colts are a 5.5 point underdog. The over under is 50.5. What are you thinking in this game?
Wow. Okay. Well, the Monday paper, the Chiefs opened at 6. So obviously, all the real bettors understand that the Chiefs fucking were like 3-14 last year against the spread. They never covered. When they were 6-10, they were always winning by 4-3. 5.5 on the road at the Colts. The Chiefs look good, but the Colts were supposed to be a Super Bowl contender. If this game, if you were to make a line on this game in August, what this week 2 game would be, do you think the Colts would even be an underdog? It would probably be a pick'em. I think that's a lot of points.
If this was week 1 and we were in the beginning of August, it would be a pick'em. But since we've seen the first 2 weeks of everything, we have it at 5.5, 6 points. I'm with you where the Chiefs just they can't cover. They've covered twice so far this year, which is a miracle, which is a freaking they couldn't cover here.
And no, they didn't cover. They didn't cover against the Chargers. They blew the fucking cover. They were 3.5 point favorites.
Oh, they did blow it?
They blew it. They were 4 point favorites. They won by 3.
Oh my gosh. See?
Yeah.
I think that the Colts season is on the line. I don't like the way Matty Ryan's looking, but I do think that this is the Colts. I know we're already in week 3 though.
Right.
If the Colts lose this game, they're done. They're on my top bet list. I don't want to see them. They're going down. I don't see a turnaround after 0-2-1 after getting the thing. Give me the Colts and the points too. Give me the 5.5.
I agree. Give me the Colts and the 5.5, and I'm going off nothing that I've taken from the first 2 weeks, except for my experience in life. That I know the first 2 weeks of the season, if you stay on it, could fuck you up for the next 16 because it doesn't always work like that. So I'm going to go Colts for the same exact reason as you.
And again, the season's on. This is the biggest year right now. They're playing the Chiefs. This is a prove it game. This is the Colts. Prove to me what you are. Prove to me you are in contention. You can do it. You know.
Right.
So give me the Colts. Give me the 5.5 and give me the Colts there.
Same here.
So next up, wow, this is a good one. We got the Lions going to the Vikings.
Oh.
We got the Vikings as a 6 point favorite. Oh. The over-under is 53.5. It's the highest over-under of the weekend right now.
Wow. Hey, I got some interesting stuff here too for you. Monday's newspaper, Minnesota opened up as a 7.5 point road favorite. That means everybody was like, what? Are you not watching? Detroit looks pretty good this year. 7.5 was obviously too much. The money is going on Detroit. You said it went down to 6.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, a 6-point road favorite. It's hard to take a road favorite that just got the shit kicked out of them. I'm just gonna take the Lions and the 6 out of betting principle because it feels like trap games. You got road. The Vikings are actually home in this one. Still 7.5.
Yeah, the Vikings, right? The Vikings are home. That's what I have
Vikings are
written
home.
down.
I messed that one up. It's under a touchdown now. It's under the touchdown.
Yeah, it's at 6 right now, +6, the Lions.
Oh, that's a tough one. You know what? Just because I'm so Justin Jefferson up in my leagues, I'm gonna lay the 6, and hopefully they win by a 7. I'm gonna lay the 6. My official pick is gonna be Minnesota. Even though I love the Lions, I love Ramen Noodle St. Brown. 3 minutes, instant offense, microwave. I love them, but I'm gonna go with the Vikings to bounce back. That's called bouncing back. Win by 1 touchdown. I cover by a point.
Oh man, this is a tough one, Nucci. This is a tough one.
It is. I don't love it.
Because I really do like the way the Lions have looked.
Right.
I think they've played hard. They play hard for their coach. They do the right things. They got a good offensive line. It's a big divisional game.
Right.
And on the other hand, the Vikings just got the doors beaten off of them.
Yeah.
Come back and do it. You want to know what?
What?
I'm going to say this is early in the season statement game for the Lions. They keep it close behind it. Give me the +6 in the Lions.
Okay, all right. So you got the Lions. Okay, you're writing down your picks, right?
Yes.
Okay, I got mine. Okay, so you got the Lions, I got the Vikings on that one. What do we got? What do we got next?
All right. Next, we got an AFC battle where we got the Ravens versus the Patriots. The Ravens are a 2.5-point favorite. The over-under is only 43.5.
The Ravens are the road favorite again at New England, huh? Mac and Cheese getting a little more comfortable. The players getting a little more cohesive. The 3 guys calling the play. New England's one of those teams that grows into the team that they're going to be. I don't know if it's that time yet. Lamar looks good, but they did lose that game. They got holes. That's another tough game. You know what? On the actual board, when I'm like going in on FanDuel this Sunday morning, I don't know if I like anything so far. Like, there's nothing that's jumped out at me. Like, I love this. Oh man, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. You know what? I'm gonna go with Belichick and them having no answer for Lamar.
And that defense, you're gonna go with Belichick and the defense?
No, I'm gonna go with them having no answer for Lamar, and just same thing that happened with Miami. They're just not good enough to hang with the other team. And I'm gonna say Baltimore comes out with the win and they cover.
So I am in the same boat. I think even though the Ravens defense looks terrible, I don't think the Patriots can score and keep up with Lamar and the Ravens. So if the Ravens are putting on some points and it turns into somewhat of a little bit of a battle, Ravens winning. Lamar's playing for his contract after his over 100 yards rushing. I wouldn't be surprised if he went over 100 again.
Do you know the only constant on the Patriots in the last 2 years on offense has been Jacoby Myers, and that's it. And if that's your only consistent offensive productive player, that's a problem. He had 9 for 97 again last week, but nobody else stays productive. Hunter Henry last week should have not gotten a goose egg. Where is Hunter Henry? He had no catches last week. I don't know where they're going yet with their offense. Now, if you had an offensive coordinator with his shit together, McDaniels, you think Hunter Henry's not getting a couple targets last week? I mean, I know they won, but I'm not crazy about them yet.
I definitely got getting some targets there.
All right, so what do we got?
I'm worried about. I'm definitely worried a little bit with them, with Mac Jones and stuff. So I'm going to take the Ravens there too.
Okay.
Next up, we got a big NFC East matchup. We got the Philadelphia Eagles going into Washington, D.C. The Washington, D.C. Commanders are a 6.5-point home dog.
That's the game. We want to explain, if anybody didn't see the other video, that's when you played the middles. This game opened up Monday as a 3-point game. The Eagles were a 3-point favorite over the Commanders. So what you would do would be you would take the Eagles laying the 3 Monday. Now, what are the Commanders right now?
They're 6.5-point dog.
By tomorrow, they'll be +7. Tomorrow, you lay the same amount on the Commanders +7. If the game lands between 4, 5, and 6, you win both. You try to catch the middle. So if you put 50,000 on the Eagles -3 and 50,000 on the Commanders +7, you can't lose. And if it wins if the Eagles win by 4, 5, or 6, you hit both bets and you hit the middle. That's called the middle. So if we can we got to look at these Monday lines. The hard part about this, Ryan, is Monday catching the line that we think is going to be the one that moves. I was looking at the Giants. I thought that would move the most, and they moved a little bit, right?
They moved a lot. We explained that into the Pickem and stuff like that. But that's definitely so for people who don't understand, that's what catching the middle means. And right. I think in a couple of weeks, we're really going to start putting the test and try to start catching these middles. And like you said, the toughest part is sitting down and looking at the board on Monday and saying, what game line do you think is going to move the most?
Unless we take like a choice select few and put like a 20 burger on all of them. And if the middle spread's nice, then we do it. And if not, then we just cancel it out.
But back to the game and who we like in the game. If we can't do the middle, if we didn't.
Now the official line we're going on is 6.5.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's at right now.
You know what? I'm going off the beaten path. Philly looks like world beaters. The Commanders quietly have the NFL's leading passer. Give me the 6.5 in Washington because it's a divisional game. Nothing makes sense. I like Washington because it doesn't make sense. So give me Washington. Everybody's below 500 in their picks to start the season. I have not talked to one person with the spread that killed it in the first 2 weeks. So give me Washington.
I think that I'm going to go with the Commanders as well. I said that everyone's all over the Eagles and they look like the best team here and there, but it's a divisional game. It's in Washington. You never know what can happen. Just like you said, Wentz is throwing the most yards so far, basically in the past 2 weeks. Give me the 6.5. That's a lot in a divisional game. 6.5 is a lot of points.
And they're slinging the ball all over the place. Washington. They got Gibson as a running back. McKissick's a good pass catching back. Curtis Samuel is playing very well. They're using him like Debo Samuel.
Terry McLaurin. Then the Jahan Dotson, that rookie.
Dotson.
And I like that they play for Ron Rivera too. I like that they play for him. Give me the Commanders. Give me a statement game for the Commanders.
We're Giants fans. We want the Eagles to lose.
Yeah, I mean that might be a little.
Monday night to be for sole possession of first by Monday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
All right, who do we got next?
Ooh, we got a good one here. We have the Buffalo Bills taking their talents down to South Beach to face the Miami Dolphins. Wow. The Miami Dolphins, one of the hottest teams in the league, are a 6-point home dog
in
to the
Miami.
Bills.
At home, rising star type team, 4.5-point home dogs in the Miami Heat. I'm thinking 87 degrees, sweltering heat, high pace. You know what? Allen, husky fella. The Heat might get to him. I'm going with the Dolphins plus the 4.5 at home. I cannot go with all these road dogs in week 2. Week 3.
It's 6 right now.
6? So that means all the money's going on the Bills as road favorites all week. The money's gone on the Bills. It's 6. Give me Miami plus the 6. I'm going against the grain all day. All day. That game went from 4.5 to 6. That means millions of dollars since Monday has gone on Buffalo. Nobody's betting Miami. Once everybody thinks something's a sure thing, that's when they lose. When the 85 Bears look like they couldn't lose, Dan Marino carved them up on a Monday night. Shit like that happens. Now they're a 7-point road favorite against the Dolphins. The Dolphins look pretty fucking good, don't they?
I will say this: the Dolphins looked very good. They looked like fine, and also Waddle was waddling around. He was doing what he had to do. Last year, the Dolphins' defense caught my eye. Last year, their defense caught my eye with all their turnovers and all that stuff, and they play like this crazy system with the guy. They got a good defense going on. sort of with you too on I'm going to fade the public and fade the Bills here.
Right.
I'm not saying that the Bills, I mean, could I see the Bills squeaking out a field goal to win the game late? Right. Yes. I'm not saying that the Dolphins are going to go in and beat the doors off the Bills, but I'm going to take the 6 points in the Dolphins. I'm going to do that.
It's not like, oh my God, I can't see any way that Miami can hang in. After watching the NFL the first fucking 2 weeks, we know that that's not true. So
and that defense and the Bills, I mean, week 1, they beat up the Rams, they shoved it down their throat. Okay. Last week they whooped up on Tennessee. I mean, they're just walking on cloud 9 right now. If the Dolphins can get a couple
all Tennessee receivers, where are you?
Yes. If the Dolphins can get a couple key turnovers, I think they can hang around and cover the 6. So give me the Dolphins.
All right. I like that. Hey, me and you are going to have some matching ideas Sunday morning when we're talking about our FanDuel stuff because we like some of the same teams. We're going to do some damage.
I know.
I'm going to do my player prop analysis on Saturday too. All right, keep going.
I'll take that too. Now, the next game we have the Raiders. Over to Tennessee to take on the Titans. Oh. Now, I want to start on this because I got a good feeling about this game.
The Monday line is 1. What's your line?
1.5. Raiders are the favorite, 1.5. So and I was going to go this. I'm going to go with the Raiders too here. I think Tennessee, I'm in trouble right now. They don't know what's going on offense. I watched the game against the Giants. I wasn't impressed. They got beat up by the Bills.
Is it Robert Woods? Is it Treylon Burks? Who's the fucking pass catchers?
I don't like that. And like I said, the Raiders are 0-2. They got everything to prove right now. Yep. I like Derek Carr way better than I like Ryan Tannehill.
They got the talent.
Crosby. I like the talent. I like the Raiders. I think they turn it around this week. That's one of my favorite bets, honestly, so far going down the board. I love the Raiders and basically a pick 'em Titans.
Me and you are either going to go we're going to sweep the fucking board Sunday or we're going to go 0 for a fucking 100 because I'm liking the same exact teams. I love the Raiders. I love the Raiders against the Titans. The Giants took care of them. The Bills took care of them. The Raiders, they got all the tools. They got to get back on track. I'm looking for Derek Carr to be a top 5 passer at the end of the season still.
Yeah.
I think sometimes teams start 0-2 and make a season out of it. And I think the Raiders are the team. Out of all the winless teams, I think the Raiders are going to be the team that become a force. And I think it starts this week against Tennessee.
I agree with you on that. I'm all in on the Raiders. And so far, I think that's my favorite 1 o'clock bet. Okay. So moving on. Next, we got the Cincinnati Bengals coming in to MetLife Stadium to play the New York Jets. And the Jets are a 5.5-point dog at home.
Wow. So the Bengals opened up Monday at 4.5. So that means all the money's going on Cincy still. Nobody believes in the Jets. So
I'll tell
5.5.
What are your thoughts on this game?
I'll tell you what, the Jets are all dangerous at the skilled position more than I've ever seen. The backs, the receivers, the Bengals, Joe Burrow. I haven't seen the sack problem get fixed. 5.5. Jets. The Jets are still the Jets. But I'm not taking a guy on the road laying 5.5 that gets sacked 5.5 times a fucking game. I'll give you the Jets. I'm going crazy. I'm losing my mind. I'm taking the points. I'm taking the team that's home. They won last week. The team where the guy got sacked 800 fucking times last week and they stunk is laying 5.5 on the road just because of their name recognition. No. I'm taking the Jets plus the 5.5 because I'm a stubborn bastard.
All right. I see that you like the Jets, the 5.5. I think that the Jets are still the Jets. And I do believe that I remember back to week 1 that they just laid a pooper against the Ravens. They had a miraculous comeback against the Browns in week 2. Okay.
Right.
Now week 3, I know we talked about this too already, that Joe Burrow does get sacked a lot. They have not fixed that problem, but I just think that the football god.
Thank God he's got a sack.
They're 0-2. I think the ball is going to fall in their favor. I think that Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase might have 3 TDs. They might blow the doors off the Jets. I'm going to take the Bengals in the 5.5 because I think that the Bengals are got to turn it around. And I think the Bengals are going to go 1-2 before the Jets go 2-1.
How's this for a little wordplay? To get sacked as many times as Joe Burrow and still play good, you gotta have yourself a sack. You gotta have a sack to take those sacks. Joe Burrow, his fucking middle name should be I got a big sack. Because he takes fucking shots and keeps on ticking. And I'll tell you what, I've seen a lot of quarterbacks get their heart taken after that, and it doesn't affect him. So,
it does.
Okay. So you got the Bengals.
I think the Jets are the Jets still. Okay. I think Bengals somehow just they beat the doors off them, and then we quit with the Jets hype.
Got you. Okay.
Next up, we have the Saints going into Carolina. The Saints are a 2.5-point favorite. What are you thinking here?
Okay, I'm thinking the most alarming stat I've seen out of any fantasy, anything that I'm used to. Christian McCaffrey. He's only got 8 receptions after the first 2 games. Is he running the ball well? Yes. But is that what he does best and utilizes the team best? No. Why does he only have 8 catches? The Saints, I know they're a different team, but Chris Olave quietly had 5 for 85 last week. Michael Thomas is looking decent. Jameis is going to protect the ball. I'm leaning towards Nooch. I like the Saints in this one. I'm going to go with the Saints. How much am I laying? The line Monday was 3.
2.5 Saints.
So it went down. So the money's slightly going the other way.
I'm with you here. I don't believe in the team. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't think that they have any star power that's concerning me or anything like that. I believe in the Saints as a team. I believe that after they lost to the Bucs last week and the Lattimore and the Evans, the fighting and stuff like that, right. I think the Saints have that type of group and that type of defense that they believe in Jameis and they'll rally behind him. So give me the Saints to beat up the Panthers. That's another game that I really like.
Nice.
I think the Titans are 2 poop teams. So I really do like the Raiders and I really do like the Saints looking at this right now.
Come Sunday morning, when Saturday, I'm going to do my best prop bets analysis. Come Sunday morning, we should get a couple of these games that we both like and try to figure out a nice comfortable player prop to boost our parlay odds to just nice, like a nice plus. Like how last week I had New England and I looked at Jacoby Myers catches over 3.5 and I was like, am I robbing a bank here? And I got 9 for 97. But just by putting New England with Jacoby over 3.5 made my bet plus 178 instead of minus 110.
We can look at those things. We can 100% look at the props, but I'm going to take the Saints minus the 2.5 there.
Keep me going. Sure. You know I'm ADHD. Keep me going, babe.
Saints in the 2.5. Next, last game of the 1:00 slates. Poop game, real quick.
Okay.
Give me Bears -3 versus the Texans.
Bears -3 versus the Texans. Shit game. We don't have to waste time. Give me the Texans. Moving on. No, who do you like?
I think that the Bears are in shambles and all the talk with Fields and just so much going on. There's always problems in Chicagoland. I think it's too early in the year. They had their 1 win in the rain against the 49ers. I'm with you on the Texans. I think they play for Lovie Smith. I think after them blowing it, they'll get their win. Give me the Texans +3.
Yeah, got you. I'm in the same boat. Bears haven't shown me anything yet. All right, what do we got now? The 4s?
Now we're going to start on the 4 o'clocks.
Okay.
First up on the 4 o'clock slate. This is a very intriguing game, and I want to go over this with you, but I think the over-under is very telling, which is crazy. The Packers are going into Tampa, right?
Right.
And the Bucs are a 1-point favorite against the Packers.
Only
the over-under to that game is 41. Which I think is crazy.
Whoa, big major movement, major line movement, major. Monday's newspaper, Bucks, 1-point favorite, over under 45. What did you say it was now?
The over under is 41 right now.
So that means everybody's hammering the under. Nobody, in the last video, nobody believes in these offenses.
Think about this. If you ever told me a year ago that the Rodgers and the Packers versus Brady and the Bucks was a 41-point over-under.
And it just dropped. And the line just went down 4 points from Monday to Thursday. It's not even Friday yet.
And ready? Think about this. In the 1 o'clock slates, the Lions Vikings is 53 is the over-under right now.
That just goes to show you that there's so much parity in the NFL right now. The odds makers are not even sure which teams are good and bad, because the difference between a good team and a bad team sometimes is this much. It's for the line to move that much is crazy.
Especially on an over-under. Is that weird on an over-under?
From an over-under to go from 45 to 41 with no injuries announced between Monday. Nobody was announced. They just said Chris Godwin had a chance to come back and play. If anything, it should have went up. I gotta like the over in that. I would have to go over 41 just on fucking principle. Just watching the game.
I would say that too, that on principle, that's an over I was looking at. I mean, you got Brady and Rodgers still. I mean, they can make something out of nothing. The Romeo Dobbs guy could have 2 TDs. Right. We could have someone signed from Tampa Bay's practice squad that no one's heard of have 3 TDs.
What's up with Julito? Is that fragile fuck? Is he playing finally or what? Yo,
I don't know.
He's the greatest athlete that's not built to withstand football.
I agree with you there that I think you want me to put this in perspective to you where the over-under is right now?
Where?
The Bears and the Texans have a 40-point over-under. The Bucks and the Packers are 41.
And they went up. They were 38, and everybody's betting the over. Now they're 40. They started at 38 on Monday, the Bears-Texans. Wow. So, you know what? I like the Bucks on the road because I think they have a little bit more.
No, I think the Bucks
home,
are.
I'm sorry. I like the Bucks at home they're laying a field goal here. You said it's down to 1?
Yeah, it's 1-point favorite, the Bucks.
So that means everyone's betting the Packers. I think that's a little crazy. I think that's a little fucking crazy. Give me the Bucks laying the 1 against the Packers at home. That's just the way I'm going. I don't love any of these games, I'll be honest with you. If I loved something, I'd say it. You know me. I'm going to pick the Bucks.
I think this is another tough one because
it is.
I think that the way the public is hammering the Packers makes me a little worrisome. That definitely makes me worrisome because for that line to move like that,
right?
I believe in Tom Brady and I believe in their defense.
Right, and defense.
But the Packers have a good defense too.
Right.
You know what? I believe in Tommy Brady. I believe in their team, and I believe in their nucleus, which is why they came back and they beat the Saints last week after that fight. They just got to get their dog in the fight. They know they're playing great right now. The Bucks come alive around playoffs.
You know what this over-under's telling me? That when we look into player props, same game parlays on Sunday, Brady and Rodgers both to go over 1.5 touchdowns will pay like $1 million fucking dollars because they don't expect them to do shit. I guarantee you the two of them. Oh, so who do you like?
I'm gonna take the Bucks. I think I'm gonna take the Bucks minus the 1. I am. I'm gonna
Evans is suspended, but Julio's probably gonna play. Godwin might play.
On it. Supposedly he's appealing it, and then he restructured his contract and stuff. So maybe play. Yeah, I was reading something like that. So Mike Evans is still a maybe. He might be a late.
Did you hear anything on Godwin?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything really on.
I'm so upset. I could fucking cry on Godwin.
Tom Brady's the type of guy where he can sign someone off the practice squad and put him in the slot, and then all of a sudden he has 6.
They just did yesterday. You know who they signed, right? What? You don't know? You just made a prediction that happened yesterday.
Who did they sign?
You're lying. Swear to God that you don't know who they signed.
I swear to God.
They just signed a fucking veteran in the slot and they're starting him. Just like you said.
Who?
Cole Beasley. Yo, you didn't know that? No. Get the fuck out of here. Good call. Yo, they just went and got Cole Beasley to play the slot and start Sunday. The exact statement you just made, they did it yesterday.
Wait. I thought Cole Beasley's in the league again now?
He's on the fucking Bucks field right now, stretching Tommy. He's stretching with rubber bands and TB12. Yeah. That's the only reason Beasley retired. He was banged up last year. Cole Beasley got signed by the Bucks yesterday.
I did not see that.
Practice squad. They signed him to the practice squad. They're going to put him over, just like you said. That's crazy.
I did not
Wow.
back out, and Beasley we trust. Give me the Bucks.
Oh shit. It
Give
says
me
I
the
have
Bucks.
10 minutes left, so we'll go down the line here. I
All
like
right.
the Bucks as well.
All right, we'll stay. All right, so then we'll go to the we'll go down to these two these one. The
Okay.
4 o'clock. This is another big one.
All right.
Rams Cardinals. The
Woo!
Rams are a 3.5-point favorite against the Cardinals.
Okay, the Rams Cardinals. The Rams are 3.5.
Yeah.
Okay, they're on the road at the Cardinals. They opened up at 4.5. So that means a lot of people are losing faith in the Rams. The Rams look shaky as shit. And they don't look like that Super Bowl team to me. You know what? As much as I don't like the little guy twirling around and shit, I don't respect the Rams the way they look enough to be road dog favorites. I'll take the home team with the points just because the stats over the years, the home teams with the points, it's tough for road favorites, man. It's only week 3. These teams are laying points on their reputation. The Rams look like shit lately. Give me the Cardinals plus the points.
I'm with you there. I'm going to take the Cardinals plus the points because the Rams haven't looked like the Rams, I think. And I think that teams are getting it. And after what I saw, that comeback that the Cardinals have, I think they got a little juice flowing back in the team. They got their mojo back a little bit. That little guy good till about week 9 in the season. So after week 9, they'll be in my do not bet list. Right. It's only 3. So give me the Cardinals and the points.
Right. Gotcha.
Next up, 4 o'clock, we got a poop game. We got the Falcons and the Seahawks. The Seahawks are a 1-point favorite. Quick, what are you thinking? Who you got here? Me personally, I'm going to take the Falcons. I'm going to take Mariota. I think Geno Smith and the Seahawks had their one win this season against the Broncos. For the rest of this season, I'm picking against the Seahawks. Give me the Falcons.
I think the longer we stay high off that opening Geno win, we will fuck ourselves in the money department. I think it was an overachieving game. And I like the Falcons with the ultimate weapon, Cordell Patterson. First guy I've ever seen in my life play 9 full years. First guy I've ever seen play 9 years, do nothing, and then become a star in his 10th season. I love the ultimate weapon. I like the receiver. I like Mariota a little bit. Give me the Falcons also. How much are they getting?
What?
How much are they getting? On the Monday paper, they're +2.
The Falcons are +1.
Okay, so people are betting the Falcons. That shows the money's on the Falcons. Okay, I like the Falcons laying the 1.
All right, next up, we got the Chargers -7, and the Jags are coming to town. Okay. Herbert, I think he's playing, but he's playing a little hurt, correct?
That cracked rib, right?
Listen.
Jags are good.
That defense looked good. They were getting after Matt Ryan. If they're going to get after Herbert and he's already hurt, we could have an issue here.
This is a
point favorite game.
I also got another stat for you. That kid Robinson, the running back, Robinson, he carried like 24 times the other day. That's a lot of carries. 24 carries?
I'm going to tell you this right now.
Christian Kirk leading the NFL, one of the leading receivers, Christian Kirk.
I think this is a reputation game that the Chargers are just 7.5-point favorite or 7-point favorite against the Jags. I mean, the Jags are traveling across the country, but I'm leaning towards the Jags with Herbert a little banged up. Their defense is looking pretty good. They can get after the quarterback. And why would I not be surprised if I'm watching the 4 o'clock games? The Jags are in the game with the Chargers. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
And what if what if something happens where Herbert comes in, he's a little hurt, they sack him one time, and the Chargers go, all right, that's it. You're done for this game. We long term, and they shut him down for the game.
And you know what? All those questions that arise that you just said make sense, and they make a difference in these lines because that's the only game on my Monday newspaper that's not here. They didn't even have a line on Monday. They didn't know what to think. They're thinking about everything we just said. Yeah. So there was no line Monday. They just created this one. Now they got them a touchdown favorite. And who they playing here? Jags. You know what? I'll just take the Jags plus the 7 and think it's going to maybe be a close game.
That's me. I'm with
Give me. And I got to write them in because they're not even on the paper here. So Jags plus the 7.
All right.
Okay.
Then this is a good one, man. The Sunday night showdown. This is a good one. We got the 49ers traveling to Mile High. We got Jimmy G back in it. Is Russ gonna cook up a Jimmy G stew, or is Jimmy G gonna prove to everyone that they made a mistake for putting in Trey Lance. Because I'll tell you what I'm leaning towards. I'm leaning towards Jimmy G and that 49ers team over us cooking.
I'm leaning towards Jimmy G too. This is like one of the best stories in sports. Like Jimmy G, they told him like, listen, we don't want you. It's Trey Lance's team. Take a walk. We're going to trade you. He was real classy about it. He even did a thank you statement to the 49er fans, and he was waiting to get traded. Nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted this poor guy. They brought him back. They're like, listen, you're gonna put your pads on. You're gonna be on the sideline for the rest of the year. We'll try to get rid of you the next year. And all of a sudden, Trey Lance goes down for the season, and the team becomes Jimmy G's, and they win. Oh, and Russ, let me tell you something about Russ cooking. I want them to lose because he should not be on the shotgun at a second and goal from the 1, third and goal from the 1 in a shotgun. Give the fucking ball to your backs. So I got the running backs for Denver, but I got the 49ers winning the game because I think it's going to be a tough game. Give me the 49ers plus the points.
But I believe in Jimmy G. I think this is
me too.
A coming out party for not a coming out party, but not a farewell tour. Like, how do I put it? That a statement game for Jimmy G.
This is some
everyone wrote him off. You know how Geno Smith made that statement on Monday night that said everyone wrote me off, but I didn't answer. Yeah. This is G saying everyone wrote me off, but I didn't.
20 years ago,
give me that.
20 years ago, Kurt Warner came out of a grocery store. He was just going to be the backup. That was it. That was the plans. Trent Green went fucking down, and Warner had to jump in game 1, and that's when they became the greatest show on turf and won the Super Bowl. Imagine if Jimmy G and these Niners ever like went to the Super Bowl and won it. That would be like a Kurt Warner Rams story, maybe even better.
And again,
that's a fucking Disney story.
That team with Jimmy G, they were a couple plays away from going to the Super Bowl, and they've always been a couple plays away the past couple years.
They're efficient. Right there. Yep, they were efficient. So then, I like the Niners getting the points.
Matinee.
I like the Niners. What are they getting? What are they getting officially?
1.5, minus 1.5.
Okay, that means that the people like the Niners too because they had it. It was 2.5. Now it's down to 1.5. So the money's going on the Niners as well. So I like the Niners. We got 2 minutes left. Monday night, RG men. Is that the last game or do we have more?
Last game.
RG men over here, they're 3-point favorites against the Cowboys. What's the line?
They're -1 right now.
Motherfucker, the game's in New York, and these fucking crazy Cowboy fans are betting so much money on Dallas that the game's down to 1. That's another game we could have played in the middle. Take the Giants plus the Cowboys plus the 3, and then the Giants plus the 1. Hopefully it falls in the middle. But of course I had to go with the Giants. We're Giants fans. We're 2-0. I like the coach. Saquon's leading the league in rushing. Hey, say it with me. Saquon is leading the league in rushing.
You ready? So, the Giants are 2-0, and Saquon's leading the league in rushing.
Oh, props to you for sticking with him in fantasy all these seasons too. That was awesome.
Yeah, wow. Listen, if he goes down or something, I'm gonna kill him. I'm telling you, I'm gonna kill him.
You deserve good fortune this year for sticking with him all throughout.
He passes the eyeball test. That's why.
He passes the eyeball test way more than Zeke Elliott right now. Way more.
I agree. I'm with you there. I'm a Giants fan. There's no way in hell I'm picking the Cowboys. Hey, I can't quit.
Giants, right?
Got to go the Giants.
Hey, wager of the year. Saquon Barkley over under rushing yards for the season. Guess what I got it at? 899.5.
You want to know what? You want to know what the bet of the year is?
What?
Me crushing over 8.5 beers when I go to the game Monday night.
Oh, shit. Hey, Ryan, I'm going to post these pick'ems out. We got like 38 seconds left. We're so good. We did it down to the second. Thank you for coming on so much. We'll do weekly pick'ems and whatever we want to do all the time. This is just the beginning. Thanks for coming back on because people don't know this. You're the one who got me started in this shit. So thank you.
Love you, bro.
All right. Love you too. I'll talk to you later.
Later.
All right. Did it go off? There we go.